Good evening, folks. It's Heidi. I'm here with you live with Back Porch Magic. Not on the back porch, more like the front bedroom. Even though the bedroom's not in the front, but it's in front of the other bedroom. How's everybody on their Tarot Tuesday evening? Did not mean to say Tarot Tuesday. It just kind of happened because I started to say, how's everybody on your tarot? And then I'm like, oh, wait, you meant to say Tuesday. Let me scooch a little to change that lens flare. How's everybody doing? I'm here with you. I'm Heidi. I am your tarot, and every Tuesday evening, unless otherwise noted. Next weekend might be suspect, or next Tuesday might be suspect, as I have my second COVID Pfizer vaccine on April 12th, so next Monday. So who knows how I'm going to feel on Tuesday. I might not feel up to reading tarot for all you folks, but we'll see. I'll make sure to let Taryn know. But that's a whole week away. So again, I'm Heidi. This is Back Porch Magic. I am reading for you tonight. Share, comment, or donate at one of the cash applications above my head. We have the Cash App and the Venmo, either or. So anybody got any questions for me this evening? How's spring going for everyone? Anything from Easter? I see somebody liked. Oh, dropping my cards. Too many to read. A lot of times when they fall, I read them, but when there's more than 4, I don't bother. So, like, share, comment for a 3-card reading. You got to comment more likely because I won't necessarily see who you are if you like. But I do see one person liked, so I'm going to read them 3 cards. Someone on Facebook. Okay, so whoever you are on Facebook who liked, your 3 cards are Death, 9 of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. Now, what I see immediately from this reading is that something has ended, something big, something life-changing, perhaps a relationship, a long-term relationship, or just an intense relationship. Something is now over. But rather than feeling sad about it, you're feeling totally, like, probably relieved, free, happy, joyful. Like, everything just feels like so much better without all that dead weight around and with all that suffering. So I think moving forward, you'll find a new way to connect with someone, with something. Let me draw. Sometimes the aces need clarifiers. Maybe not. So it's saying that, you know, you'll find new love, but maybe with someone who's not so great for you. So we have the 8 of Swords with the Magus. So that kind of tells me is just kind of like, it's like, don't put yourself in the same trap that you've always put yourself in. But also it's saying to me that if you do find yourself in the same trap that you've been in before, you already know how to get out of it. So that's for that person who liked on Facebook. But hey, we have Haley here this evening. So I'm going to, Haley, are you ready for it? I'm going to give you a 3-card reading. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, we have the 5 of Cups as the first card. Ace of Swords is the second card. And the third card is Justice or Adjustment. So definitely there has been some situation in which you feel disappointed or didn't quite work out the way you were hoping. Whatever it is, it just feels like what you thought was going to be a cool, wonderful oasis is kind of turned into a stagnant, gross, I don't know, hot tub. Not the kind that you want to hang out in. So right now you're feeling like I'm done, but not just I'm done, like you know what's real now. Like your thought, like there is so much clarity now from this muddy ass hot tub. Like all of a sudden you just see that where it wasn't good for you or what you need to do to move forward, to cut through. So not only is there going to be some adjustment on your part, I think there's going to be a little bit of justice. So whatever didn't work out in the end here is somehow there's going to be something, those 2 cups that are left standing. And I know I'm talking Rider Waite, but I use the Thoth, but I sometimes see Rider Waite when I read Thoth. Take those 2 cups that are left and you're going to be able to, get some justice out of it. So just remember that thing that didn't work out. It's okay. You're still going to end up on top. All right. Next we have Annette. All right, what 3 cards do we have for Annette? Okay, your first card is the Queen of Swords. Second card is 2 of Wands. And third card is Prince of Cups. All right, so we have the Queen of Swords. Now, I know I gave you a reading recently. I don't know if she came up, but it's like basically like you've been cutting shit out. You've been telling people off, not in a bad way, just like telling people how it is. You're not hiding anymore. You're not hiding behind politeness or niceties. You're actually like saying what you need, or you have been. And things have really been coming together for you in a not a huge way, but like you feel like life is getting together. You're able to have a handle on things. And it's because you've been able to tell people what you need and direct things. But with the Prince of Cups here, I see like maybe coming up a little bit of perhaps a little bit of dissatisfaction. Not dissatisfaction, but there's been a lot of focus on the intellectual side of things, more the thinking thoughts like, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do that. But also remember that you have a heart. So keep your heart in things. And don't neglect your relationships or your friendships or the feelings that you have. Like, don't neglect taking care of yourself in your pursuit of, the intellectual, or I see this more as like kind of work-related type stuff. All right, who's next? I have Stella. All right. Well, let's see what 3 cards say about that you and Adrian. Okay. Ooh, okay. This is not really a yes. It's not really a no either. It seems like, okay, so the first card we have is the 4 of Discs. And then after that is the Prince of Wands. And then the Priestess. So the 4 of Discs says to me that it's just kind of nothing. Not only is nothing happening right now, it's just one or both of you is very guarded, holed up in your tower, or at least that's where things have been in the most recent past. I feel like from one or both of you, there will be like some sort of like reveals, like some sort of push to be like, hey, I'm here, remember me? Or just something passionate coming out of this. I cannot tell if it is, I just see passion. I don't know whether it's positive as in like a loving sort of passion or anger as in like a fight, but there will be some, I feel like there will be some sort of energetic emotional thing coming to a head. And then the priestess is your final card. So the priestess says a few things to me. Like, the priestess is not a wife. She tends to be a single woman. That doesn't mean she doesn't have relationships, but it means that she finds all that she needs from within, and she can teach others. So if you do get back together, I don't necessarily see this as like a long-term thing. It just seems like either you have things to learn from this situation, or he has things to learn from you. Either or. So I'm sorry for that non-answer, but sometimes, especially if you have abilities already, sometimes the cards just, they don't really give you an answer. Yep. All right. So who have I got? Amanda. All right. Okay, let's see what you get in 3 cards. All right. So your first card is the Moon. Your second card is the Prince of Discs. And your third card is Ace of Discs. So I see, like, I don't know whether you've had a long period of unemployment, or maybe a job that hasn't been that great for you, or just some sort of project where it just feels like, holy shit, like you were going down a dark path, but not maybe necessarily. This is more like a mental dark path. Like, you're wondering, maybe if you have been unemployed, like for a while, am I ever going to be able to get a job again? Am I ever going to be able to get a job where I get paid what I'm used to, or getting paid for what I'm worth? It's just kind of like this kind of dark, scary, dark night of the soul where you're not sure what's going on or what's happening or what you should be doing. But think, like, coming up now is a period of work. So like hard work, but it's honest work, whatever it is. I know I use this as a job, but it might not necessarily be a job, but whatever this is going to require kind of like your full attention, and it's going to be slow. Not as slow as if this were like the Knight of Discs, but the Prince of Discs, it's kind of a slow moving, but very steady, but important progress, because whatever you do now is going to planting seeds that will grow into, fruition come the future. And that's what the Ace of Discs says to me here, is that whatever you're doing now will start a new venture coming forward. And let me draw a card real quick for a direction for the Ace. Oh yeah. So like whatever you're doing now, keep at it, because I see the sun here. So yeah, the seeds that you're planting now are going to grow into some really awesome stuff. So keep at it, Amanda. Okay. Now I have Ruth. All right. Let me see. Well, just as a layperson, I would say, if it never hurts to apply. And I'm somebody who has had to deal with job searches in my life, so. But let's see what the cards say. And before I read them, I'll also say that I have also read cards asking whether I should apply to a job, so don't feel bad. Okay. All right, so we have the Hermit, the 3 of Cups, but also 5 of Swords. So it's not a great, I don't think, if you do apply, I'm not sure you will get the job because of this last card, the 5 of Swords. But this card, the Hermit, is pretty important. So it says either you've done the research or you're doing the research. And I don't think that it's ever a bad thing to like ask questions. It could certainly give you practice for future job opportunities. But like this is all about if you haven't done so already, it's in the past position. So maybe you've done so, doing your research, asking questions. But the Three of Cups also says to me that you should probably ask, if you know people that already work there, ask them what they think, or even ask your friends, or, you know, see what kind of support you can get. Again, I don't think this is necessarily a bad thing to do, even if you don't get the job, because you'll get some practice and maybe build some connections anyway. But ultimately, Five of Swords, the card is named Defeat. It's saying you might not get the job, but because of the other two cards, you might gain a little bit of experience or connections, or if you already have that already, use that to your advantage. So, all right. Okay, and I got a troll on here. Oh, we got some more trolls. Screw these guys. And I'm going to delete all these suckers. You're welcome, Ruth. I haven't had to deal with the trolls before. This is fun. Delete the trolls. I'm coming for you because there's another one hanging around. Oh, there's more. Good Lord. So many trolls. Okay, folks. All right. People coming in here trying to poach you. You're welcome, Ruth. All right. Yes, don't feel bad. I have on more than one occasion read, should I even bother applying for this job? Because, you know, they want your resume and a cover letter, and they already want you to apply through LinkedIn. So it's like, what do you want my resume for? You have all the information. And yes, indeed, trolls are lame. All right. So does anybody else have any questions? Need me to do any readings for them? Okay. I thought for sure like a cat would have jumped up here by now, but nope, no cats. One of these days I'll use a proper computer for my lives. All right, I think I got all of them. Oh, it looks like I missed somebody. Marianne Griffiths. Oh. Oh dear. Okay. Yeah, anytime, I mean, I work in a sort of healthcare, and I know like what you mean. It's so easy to do that, because especially if you're just a caring, open-hearted person. So yeah, it's hard to do, but it actually helps if you have a supportive office staff, if they tell you like, hey, this is your boundary, and they can support you in keeping that, which is what I have at the current office I work at. I didn't really have that at the last office I worked at. So, all right. Okay. All right, Scirocco. That's a weird question. Are you trolling me? Because anyone that's ever asked me if I'm pregnant with a baby girl, but I will draw you a card. I mean, I don't know. That's not usually what I do. That's not how this works. Come see, come saw. You're fucking with me. Alrighty. And where was the lady I missed? There was a lady I missed. Marianne. That's it, Marianne. If you're still watching, let me draw 3 cards for you. Oh, this is actually pretty. This is a sweet read for Marianne. I hope she is still watching. So we have the 9 of discs, the Ace of Cups, and the Princess of Cups. So 9 of discs, it says that to me is like you have newly arrived in like a place, recently arrived in a place where you really feel safe and comfortable, and it's not the Ritz, but that doesn't matter to you. It's just right. It's just perfect for you and what you were hoping for. And you're with whoever you wanted to be with, or who, you know, whether we're talking people or an animal, and you're in just the right place you need to thrive. And currently you're feeling like just so connected and so full of love and joy. And let me draw a card to clarify, because it's an ace. Yeah, maybe there's like a new person, masculine type person. This is the Knight of Cups or King in other decks. So this just feels like, but also it's a very spiritual card. It's, to me, it's it just feels like very good and emotional, and just things are great. And then I think from coming from this, and I feel like this card, the Princess of Cups, is more connected to like the distant past. So between these two things that are happening in your recent past and your present, you're gonna feel like a joyful like a young person again. Like you'll feel like you were when you were young, and have that like heartfelt joy, and you'll be able to feel like you can go out in the world again. So I know you didn't really ask a question, but Marianne, that's what the cards see for you. So, all right. Does anybody else have any questions for me? Again, I am Heidi. I'm your Tuesday night back porch reader. You can also book a reading with me on backporchmagic.com. Backporchmagic.com also has their podcast, which is released, I think, every other Sunday. And if you want me to read for you, like, comment, donate to one of the apps above my head in the purple bar. All right, I have hello, Crystal. How are you? I can certainly do a reading for you. So 3 cards. Let me get rid of this troll first. All right, trolls. All right, Crystal, let's see what we have for you. Ooh, this is a nice one too. Oh, actually, it's different what I saw it was first. A lot of times I read these as past, present, future, 1, 2, 3. But sometimes it's like the middle card is like framed by the 2 cards. Okay, so we have the first card is the 3 of Cups. And then the second card is the 2 of Swords. And the third card is the 2 of Cups. So at first I saw this as like, oh, you're going to have friends and you're going to feel cool. And then you're going to meet somebody or like have a connection, a one-on-one connection with that's really great, which is a great reading. But then I saw, and I think this is more the forefront, is that the 2 of Swords is framed by the 3 of Cups and the 2 of Cups. So I get the sense of feeling like you feel like you do have to choose between, let's say, a one-on-one partner, a romantic partner, and your friends, and or either that or you're trying to like keep peace between the two. But I don't see that as like I don't see an argument, so I doubt it's more that. I just feel like mentally you feel like you have to like choose between the two, and really you don't. Like both are equally valid, and you're allowed to spend as much time as you want with either of them. And it doesn't really matter who you like. It's not like, oh, I'm spending more time with this one or that one, and people are going to get jealous and upset. So I don't see that happening, but it just feels like you have to balance between the two. And I think your relationships are secure no matter what you do. But also remember to spend, if you need to, spend time with yourself. So yeah, like it's all good. You know, you have friends that love you. You have a one-on-one person that loves you. Maybe you don't, maybe you're looking, but the thing is like, just remember you don't have to choose between the two. And that's the biggest thing that I saw. Okay. So, yes. Hello, Dee. Okay. D first, then I get to Shay. 1, 2, 3. You're welcome, Crystal. Okay, D. I think this is a past, present, future, but it could be like the other one I read, but I feel like it's more past, present, future. So we have 5 of discs, the Emperor, and then the one that I call in my deck the Dark Magus. So I get the sense of that you're really, really worried about, or you have been really worried about your personal finances, your security, your financial security, your security in your own home. It just, I see this intense stress and worry about like how things are going with that. So that's what has been going on in the recent past, even up to now. And now we have the Emperor, which normally would say to me is like you're building something, but I see this almost like tyrannical like thing going on where either you're fighting really hard to build something or someone is ruling over you, which isn't making this situation any better. But it looks like moving forward, you have the Dark Magus, which is kind of the sneakier one. Not that I don't see this as a problem. I see it as like sometimes we need to be sneaky to get out of situations that are no good for us. And that's what I see is like you might have to use your, you know, your wiles or like just the tools that you already have at your disposal to kind of get your way out of a situation that is actively hurting you. I don't know whether this is a job or your actual living situation, but it seems like it's no bueno and that maybe you should think about like getting away, using all the tools in your toolbox to get away. All right. So, and then I got Shay. Let me draw 3 cards for you. Oh, one already popped out, so that's 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow. This is a kind of a nice one too, but it all seems very chill and very flow. So we have the Star first, Princess of Wands second, and then Knight of Cups third. So I see you as actually, I don't think this is a past, present, future. I think this is framing the Princess of Wands. So it seems like you are a very spiritually and emotionally connected person where you just feel very deeply, like you are deeply connected within, like very deeply connected within to your heart and your soul and your divine. And, but on the other hand, you're protected, you're very well protected, but you're able to offer your gifts to the world in such a way. But you are, not only are you riding a horse, you're well armored and your gift is well armored. Like that's what I see here. But so at the same time, this allows you to like move through the world without fear and with just not just move through it without fear, but you have like the sun in your, you bring sunshine wherever you go. So, and look, I spoke about a cat. There we go. So yeah, really nice reading, Shay. This is more like, it's not like anything. This is you right now. And I think this is you probably always. So, all right, who's next? All right. Well, let's see what I can get for you, Dr. Patel. I don't know. I think this dude might be a lost cause. This is the Prince of Cups, the Dark Magus, and the Two of Wands. So ultimately, I think he's just not that into you. And no matter what you do to try and get, I don't know, he's distracted by something else, or he's interested in something else. And what's going on here is just no bueno. Like manipulative tactics, whether it's on your side or his side, like it's not going to work. And you're going to have to make a choice. And no matter what choice you make, I think it's going to be fine. It doesn't matter. So, yeah. Haley, I did do your reading, so you'll be able to watch this recording later. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Cool. And Dee says hi to my kitty. Yes, that was my special little girl. All right. Okay, folks. So, again, I'm Heidi, and I'm reading for Back Porch Magic every Tuesday, except maybe next Tuesday I might not be up to it because I'll have my second vaccine shot on Monday. But we'll see. I'll make sure Taryn knows. But I'm Heidi. I'll be reading with you every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm sorry I've had a very long day. I've worked 10 hours straight. Again, I'll be doing these every Tuesday. You can share, like, or donate at one of the apps above my head. Go to backporchmagic.com to book a reading with me or with Taryn or with Kat, or to get yourself a Broke Bitch tarot deck or listen to the podcast or any of those wonderful things. Thank you, Dee, and thank you, Haley, and thank you, everybody that watched. I'm going to wrap it up for tonight, and I hope you all have a wonderful week, and hopefully I'll see you next week. And if I don't, I'll see you in 2 weeks. Have a good night.